Boy, do I love you guys. I'm just so excited that you're here. Hi, Pat. Before I tell you a little bit about College Bound's work, I want to recognize our amazing co-chairs, Jane and Peter Conrad, Todd and Melissa Nissenholtz, and Jada and Michael Reese. We hope that this small gift that's on its way to your table now will begin to express the deep appreciation for all that you've done. Would you honor us by just standing for a moment and be recognized? They rock, and so do you. I also want to do a shout out to the many educators and policymakers who are here. There are leaders in this room from our public schools, from KIPP, from Teach for America, Maryville, UMSL, WashU, SEMO, Whitfield School, and of course, the staff and the board of College Bound. You guys stand on the wall for our children every single day, and oh my God, I am so proud to be among you. Will you please, staff and board of College Bound, will you please just rise for a moment and let us see you? Finally, it is my honor to thank the sponsors who have made tonight possible. There's so many, but I have to give a special heartfelt thank you to 5 organizations who stepped up to the plate. Build-A-Bear Workshop and my dear friends, Maxine Clark and Bob Fox. THF and the Steinberg Family Foundation, putting College Bound on the map on Jefferson. Peabody Energy, the amazing Cardinals Care organization. We love you guys so much. Keith, Michael, everybody, I just can't thank you enough. And finally, our dear, dear presenting sponsor of tonight's gala and our longtime friends, Express Scripts. You know, 5 years ago, if you asked me what business College Bound was in, I would have told you it was college preparation and admissions. More recently, I would have said it was college completion and workforce readiness. But I know now to my toes that the real business that we're in is creating transformational change. The students who spoke to you tonight, Hedera, Brittany, Russell, and all the children who come into College Bound, they leave as entirely different people. You know, they may still have the artifacts of their poverty in their speech or their clothes, but on the inside, they are radically changed. And their children will be radically changed. And those children will not even have the artifacts of their parents' poverty to define them. I was reading a book about Albert Pujols, and those of you who know me, don't laugh, it's true. The author writes about bright lights and packed stadiums and once-in-a-lifetime plays, but the words on the opening leaf of the book, larger than any other, are these: his numbers are staggering. I believe that in baseball and in life, the sum of our days is often told by stories and numbers. So I'd like to end by telling you a few numbers and one story. The numbers. The national average for high school graduation in urban schools hovers at 50%. 100% of college-bound students graduate from high school. The average matriculation rate to four-year colleges in St. Louis public schools is 19%. 100% of college-bound students are admitted to mostly selective four-year colleges. And most importantly, while only 1 in 10 low-income students typically graduates from college, 75% of our students are on track to graduate the same rate as students from our highest income families. And now, one story. I was at the office last week practicing with the seniors that you saw earlier tonight, and a mom and son rang the bell. They had arrived for the new student enrollment meeting. I let them in and explained that the meeting was at another location, but the mom, she just looked like she would crumble. I gave her a big hug, and she started to cry. She said how badly she wanted Terrence to be in college bound and how hard it was just to get out of the house that night. So Brittany and Hedera found Terrence, and gave them directions to the new location, and then they called the CB staff to say that Mrs. Smith and her son were on the way. Before the mom left, she took me aside and she said, "You don't know how much I needed that hug." Terrence and his mom are now enrolled in College Bound. You know, there are just many days when our work is so inspiring. I mean, tonight is just one of them. Seeing you here and seeing the students together is so rich. But there are other days when our work is really heartbreaking. And it's often on those days that one of you writes us a kind or encouraging note, or an email, Tony, or sends a check, or drops off clothing or a computer. And although I may not have told you as much or as often as I would have liked to, I want to tell each of you now that your words and your gestures were like a hug to me. And you don't know how much we need those hugs sometimes in the work that we do. So I want to just thank you. I want to thank you for all the times that you've placed your arms around us and ensured that our most at-risk students, the children in this city, can lead lives of dignity and give back to our community. Thank you so much. Please give yourselves a big round of applause.